Jake, I know some people like Elon Musk already planning on colonizing Mars and sending people there. If
Right.
you were to go there, what would you take with you? What?
I have this, the obvious answer would be that I would bring the people that I love. Everything's great no matter where you are, when you're with people that you love.
Yeah.
So that'd be fine, whether we were floating in another universe or whether we were on Earth with gravity, with all the things happening here. Everything is pretty good when you're with the people that you care about. So that would be my first answer. But, I also have always wanted to see my dog floating in zero gravity. That would be a really interesting experience. So maybe a little bit of that. And there are definitely some foods that I would bring with me. But then again, it's like everything
You didn't
tastes
try the
different.
astronauts' food? by
Yeah,
chance?
I've tried the astronaut food, yeah.
Does it taste good?
I mean, it's fine, it's not it's not that great. It's meant for sustenance, not necessarily for an experience, so it's always like there's two different kinds, really. There's dehydrated that you hydrate again, and then there's closed packets, and they all taste okay.
When you were preparing for a character, apparently you based him loosely on your own grandfather. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, my grandfather was a surgeon. My grandmother was a
Right.
doctor, a pediatrician, one of the first in Brooklyn and New York.
Wow.
And, so I grew up with, the medical field around me and that mentality. And so thinking about playing a doctor, I couldn't help but think of him. He had recently died about a year before we made the
That's a shame,
movie.
sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he had a rich life, but so he was a very isolated man too, very quiet man, but he helped a lot of people and was misunderstood in terms of personality, in terms of how he gave to people, but also a bit aloof. And so there are a lot of qualities to him that I felt were similar to the character in this movie.
Was there anything that you learned about astronauts which you didn't know prior to this movie? What was absolutely surprising for you?
There were things I learned about the International Space Station and how they function up there that I was surprised to learn. I mean, I never really knew that it didn't smell that great up there, because you never really have that sensation when you watch them. But you can imagine,
I bet many people cramped in the same space.
Yeah, and then also that it's very loud, that there's a lot of really intense white noise up there.
Really?
Yeah, and I think also perspective-wise, the idea that you never really have an up and down, that's also, I think, hard to grasp down here.
There's liquid in the helmet.
We've only 3 minutes before the suit is flooded.
It won't let go.
I'm headed to the airlock.
So can't not ask about working with Olga Dychavichny.
Yes.
How was she? Did she make a convincing captain?
Yes, I mean, I think there is just a sense of a Russian attitude, definitely, that is good for leadership. But then also, she's a lovely human, so lovely, strong and tough. But also wonderful that there were two women in this movie that are essentially the leaders and are essentially the leads of the movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
If you've seen live, let me know what you thought of the film. Make sure you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments down below. See you very soon. Bye.